Hey everyone, it's Jen with ChappyPlans. Thanks for joining me for this very exciting Art Journal of Journals setup video. If you'd like to see how I plan to use this for the new year, stick around. Friends, so this is going to be kind of a longer video, and I'm probably not going to share everything because it would take forever. I could probably actually split this video up into several, but I just wanted to give you sort of like more than an overview of how I plan to use this gorgeous journal. It's an 8x8, I think 8x8. It's a square art journal. So in the beginning, I just have my title. I have my lovely name, hand lettered by According to Allie. She does those once a year, and by the time this video goes up, I don't think you'll be able to order them anymore. But if you can, still, I'll leave the link in the description box, and you can use Gen 10 to save. You get 2 sheets of various sizes of your name lettered, and it's amazing. So I love having that in my planner. I decorated it with some very, bright and colorful and fun stickers. And then I just put the year here. This is my one little word for the year of 2024. It's a really big deal to me, and I focus on it throughout the entire year. Allie Edwards does have a specific community-based scrapbook project around documenting your one little word throughout the year. It's something I'm thinking of doing for 2024, but I'm not 100% sure yet. So regardless, this is my word. It is release. I put the definition in some of these frames, and then I use my Posca pens to decorate this page. This is where you will see my sort of like ideas for the rest of each month. So in my current Art Journal, for example, in the very beginning, I have this, and that shows each month what my like theme is and what Tombow markers I use so I can keep track. I've done the same thing here, and sneak peek January is going to be, you got it, Mickey. We're doing Disney in a few weeks, and so the whole month is going to be related to a Disney theme, and I will be filming all of the spreads, probably in one video each month, possibly longer, but you can see I've sketched out ahead of time my plans for and if there's no sketching, it's because there's going to be stamping for documenting each of the days. So the back is where I'm going to get started and just fast forward and do a voiceover. So I've already planned out each of the weeks, and then I know I have this extra page. I'll probably put a quote or do some stickering or drawing or who knows what. And then this is going to jump into my currently page. So what that is, it's going to look a little different from 2023. So it'll be this, what I'm watching, what we are watching, playing, eating, listening to, loving, and planning. And then I will have little spots to journal in each one. The next page is going to be my, this will be workouts in a year and body measurement tracker, Shark Week, migraines, stats for social media, movies watched as a family, Netflix shows, Amazon Prime, Disney Plus, Hulu, a miscellaneous, like whatever, maybe we're streaming Apple TV or we're watching something on, God forbid, actual cable, that type of thing. And then books I've read will be the last page, I believe. And there are extra pages in the back if I want to add more, but I am going to put you guys on fast forward, very much fast forward. I might even edit out some of it and just like show you some of the process, and then the end shot, because again, this is going to be a really long video. It's probably going to take me like in real time hours to film. So, all right, I'm going to get started without further ado and explain to you what I'm doing as I'm doing it. So let's go. So I'm going to end up fast forwarding through a bunch of this, but what I'm doing is setting up the grid pages for my year at a glance currently tracking. So basically there will be a box for every month of the year, and beginning with January, where I'll be recording what we're currently, you know, into. And that way I can kind of reference it for both Project Life, scrapbook projects, and just for my own records. So no need to take forever on this. You can see what I'm doing here. I'll skip forward so you can see what else is coming. So I'm just going to stamp currently using this shade of Distress Oxide ink from Tim Holtz by Ranger, and spelling out currently. And then I am going to use some of my stationery pens to draw lines around each of the letters, and my mild liners to bring in some color. You guys may or may not know, but I love rainbows and rainbow everything, so that tends to be my go-to aesthetic. Jumping way ahead now, you will see that I did the same thing for each of the months, and I used a mild liner to highlight each of the labels in those months, so I could see it just a little bit better once I start writing in there. You can see I've sketched out loosely where I want things to go for this line art doodle, I guess, that goes along with tracking both my workouts for the year and my measurements and weight for the year. I thought maybe using these jewel-toned Poscas would kind of go with the vibe I was looking for the line art, but it totally didn't translate, so it's okay, live and you learn. And I think I say at the end that it is what it is. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's just really for me anyway, and it was a great way for me to practice some of my doodles. So, you know, all in all, it was a win. So I'm going to skip over drawing in the grid for this one, but this one just tracks my measurements, body measurements, and there's an opportunity to use one for each month of the year. I added a few little like sparkles and doodles that I like to add, and flipping to the next page, it's going to be tracking my monthlies, which is super important, especially as someone who's in perimenopause and has lots of different health issues. So this is very good for me to be able to keep track of everything. Again, I'm using my Poscas to spell out Shark Week, and then I'm going to outline it with a micron pen. I have a key in the top so that I can fill in when I do have my monthly, and based on the color that will tell me how it was, and then also little symbols for additional symptoms. Then I doodled in this really funny little shark who's mowing down on some chips, because that's pretty much me when I feel like that. So you can see I'm just using a bunch of different things, whether it is a micron pen to draw, my white gel pen to make corrections, Posca pens, my Faber-Castell Pitt artist pens, lots of different things, Tombows, mild liners, pretty much anything that I had in front of me. I was basically just going for what color I was looking for, and I think it turned out really cute. Let me know if you have any questions about any of the products I use. I'll be happy to look that information up for you rather than link every single pen that I use below. That would take me forever. But yeah, I had a lot of fun making this. I was just watching like December Daily and like different creator YouTube videos while I was doing this, so it was really therapeutic. Again, dipping into my Posca pens, going with blue this time, and doing this, filling in this line art doodle of this girl. These are drawings I all copied, by the way, from Pinterest. None of them are from my brain. I am not that creative. I just copy, and there we go. So in case you're wondering, I did not come up with these designs. And then you can see I'm lettering in migraine tracker, because that is something that I struggle with, and this way I can match up when those come in conjunction with Shark Week, which is kind of interesting. It's like a fun game, but not really. Another key, and then I am going to move on to working on my social media trackers. This is where it definitely starts getting sloppy, and I don't really care. I might someday, but for all intents and purposes, it's fine. I just use like a really old brush pen to draw in the Instagrams and the YouTube icons, and that's why they look all wonky and like faded and jacked up, but it's okay. And then this way I can track each month what my numbers are for both Instagram and YouTube, since I'm obviously trying to grow as a creator. So I will take this opportunity to plug my channel and my Instagram. If you're not following me, please do so at ChappyPlans on all platforms. It would mean a lot to me. Okay, so finishing up that social media trackers, now I'm going to make pages to record all the movies, all the shows on all the streaming platforms. So I stamped out movies again with that same alpha from Ali Edwards, used the popcorn bucket, and stamped out January. I'm just going to show you one quick example here and then do the rest off camera. So I'm going to put a rating stamp, and then I will add this little like movie, whatever these are, like action card thingy majiggies. That's the technical term. So you can see there it is, all the months, and again, bringing in the rainbow and ready to document movies we watched together as a family. The next page is going to document all of the shows or movies that we watched on Netflix. And usually these are just my husband and I. And on Netflix, we typically like to watch documentaries, or I like to watch crappy reality TV. So now I'm going to just take my TV stamp and stamp over and over and over again the TV, and then the rating, like little 5 stars, so that I can rate whatever it is that I watch. And I'll write what I watch inside the television, if that makes sense. And if I want to color the TV in later, I can. But now I'm going to switch over to real time and show you what I did. Okay, friends, so I'm just going to do a quick recap and then we will be done. I did stop filming quite a bit because I just didn't have the space on my camera, but I will catch you up to speed. So you saw me create this currently page using my Zebra mild liners and the Lost Shadow Distress Oxide ink. The stamps I used are from December Daily of 2022's collection from Alia Edwards. I just love the font. And then I used my Tombow twin tone markers to create the labels for each of the prompts for each month. Moving on to a year of workouts and my body measurement charts. I was trying Posca pens to see how I would like them instead of using just a pen. I don't love it. I wish I had gone with just a pen, but I didn't, and it is what it is, so I'm just going to leave it. This is just like an expression of my creativity, and if it's not perfect, that's totally fine. It's just for me anyway, but I wanted to share that with you. This way I can just color in a little box each day that I do work out. And over here, there's a spot for each month if I want to, but don't have to, take my measurements and put that information. This is obviously what it is. I thought this was hilarious. This little like shark dude mound down on chips, because chips are my favorite. And there's a little symptom key because there's not a lot of room to write. So the color will obviously coordinate with like the flow, and then the symbol, it will also be the symptoms. This one is for migraines. I didn't actually go in and draw each individual line, like all the lines to divide these little bullets into rows of 31, but that's okay. I think I'm okay with that. I might experiment with just leaving it like this year. I used my Faber-Castell Pitt Artist Pens to letter migraine tracker, and then again Posca's for the line drawing. I wanted to keep it, you know, somewhat consistent, different colors, but I wanted to bring them, you know, in other pages as well. And then again with the line drawing, this time I decided not to use Posca's, and I just used the opposite end of a Zig Clean Color dot marker. So you have a line drawing of a computer with the Instagram logo and then the YouTube logo. A little bit of washi to just fill in that blank space there. I lettered Instagram stats and YouTube stats using my Tombow dual brush pen. No, Tombow Fudenosuke, so it's this one. This type of pen. And then each of these I'll be able to write in my stats, and then this is for the whole year altogether, so I can compare January to December. These are all the movies that we've watched as a family throughout the year, so I kind of like stamped it really wonky. It's a super hot mess, but it's okay. So I have a spot for each month. Typically we only watch one, if even that, because Nora really just isn't into movies. She likes to watch YouTube, as I think most kids her age do. But if we do get to watch a movie or go to see a movie, I will be able to put that here. I used a bunch of different stamp sets for this, including the same alpha I had showed you previously. Let's see, what else did I use? I used this Merry Movie stamp set from the Paper Person shop, and that was a holiday release. I also used these months of the year from Studio Calico. The lines are from this 6x8 stamp set from Studio Calico. And the little like popcorn as well is from this stamp set. Oh, and the rating. It says rating with the 5 stars. That's from the front of this one. This is also from Studio Calico, designed by Everyday Explorers. And then I just put a bit of washi at the bottom again to kind of negate the white space down there. And then this one is just for Netflix shows or movies that I watch or that we watch. Added the little TV. This television is from this stamp set that I got from Studio Calico, designed by In a Creative Bubble. So I used the outline portion for Netflix. I put just chill, Netflix marathon. I like to party, and by party I mean stay in. And then I put the 5 stars, which is just this one, underneath each television. Similarly, for Amazon Prime, I lettered again using my Faber-Castell marker. And this time I used the inside portion to stamp the television just for something a little bit different. And used some Distress Oxide ink in Broken China and stamped the 5 stars. Again, washi. And then for Disney Plus, we don't watch a ton on here. Like I said, this is mostly for Nora actually. So yeah, I just went in with an older, not older, but like it's just for Disney. It's this tag set that I got from Studio Calico, designed by Goldenwood, and I used that. I thought that would be fun to write what we watched, and then I just put that same rating stamp underneath to then rate whatever it is that we saw. This castle came from this stamp set from Studio Calico, designed by Life Love Paper, and these are different Distress Oxide inks. This washi is from Simply Gilded. The Distress Oxide inks I used are Salty Ocean, Candied Apple, and Mustard Seed. And then the last page I did is just for Hulu, and I used all of these frame stamps from Ali Edwards, and I used various shades of green to color in the frames, one for each month. We hardly watch Hulu, so this will just be if like January we watch anything, I can put it in here, that type of thing. And at some point I might add a space for what I've been reading. I don't read very often, so I don't need a lot of space. But that is a look so far at my setup for my Archer and Olive dot grid journal for 2024. I'm super excited to be able to use this every day. Let me know what you guys thought. You know, it's not the neatest, it's not like the prettiest, but it took like a long time. It did take me like all afternoon, almost all day to, you know, get this filled out. But now I have my base and I can just go in and write in the information as life happens. So let me know if you have any questions about anything I shared, and I will see you in the next video. Please do me a favor and like this one, subscribe, and hit the bell, and take care of yourselves, friends. Remember that you are enough, and I love you guys. Have a great week. Happy New Year. Bye.